Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Hate to Love and Movie Reviews. I am your host for today, Jeremiah the Revelist. Today's a new day, a new review. Don't forget to subscribe to your boy for movie reviews. And don't forget to subscribe to Kapowie, the pop culture movie blog, where you get your fixes on video game walkthroughs, movie reviews, trailer reactions, and all that fun stuff. Just click on the description below. But today is that new review, that scary review. Today I'm going to be reviewing Nosferatu. So Nosferatu is a remake of the 1922 black and white silent film of the same name. And the original movie is actually unofficially based off Bram Stoker's Dracula, but before Dracula came out, the first vampire we got on the movie screen was Count Orlok. And let me tell you something. I have the original Nosferatu film, and it is creepy. The movie itself is creepy because of Count Orlok. Orlok is probably the most scariest vampire of all time. He's more scarier than Count Dracula. I'm sorry. He's more scarier than him, man. If I see Orlok, I am terrified of this motherfucker. Like, he is terrifying. You know what I'm saying? And even in the black and white film, even though it's old and is silent, he still brings the fear. And when I heard they were going to remake this movie, which it has been remade before, I was actually intrigued about it because I heard Bill Skarsgård was going to be Count Orlok. And let me tell you something. Bill Skarsgård, he's just scary as shit, man. He played Pennywise. He plays all these crazy villains. You know, you give him any villain, I think he would just play great as them. You know what I'm saying? He is good at playing villains. So I go into this movie, and I gotta say, this movie was actually really good. Like, finally, we get a vampire film that's like very eerie, very scary, very uneasy. Like, I was uneased. This movie made me uneased. It was just weird and creepy. And I gotta give it to the director that directed this stuff, Robert Eggert. Like, this dude knows how to bring cringe, creepy fear. Like, he knows how to do it, because when Count Orlok is not on scene, he's not on camera, you feel his presence. And not many movies can do that. You hear his voice, even though he's not even in the scene. You feel that fear. When you going down like corridors or like hallways, you know he's there, but you just feel creepy. Like, you just feel creeped the fuck out. Like, you just feel creeped out. And it's like, the way they filmed this movie brings all that. And, you know, I got to give it to Bill Skarsgård once again. This dude, he knows how to play a villain. And let me tell you something. I did not know it was him, because the way his voice and the way he looked when you actually get to see what Orlok looked like, I didn't believe that was him. Like, he totally transformed himself into this vampire, which was crazy. And the way they show Orlok's powers in this one was more grander, was more like they showed him as a demon, as a bringer of death. Not like in like the other Dracula films, like in Bram Stoker's Dracula or any other type of Dracula films. You know, he has this, you know, he looks like a scholar, but inside he has that demon in him, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, women fall in love with him because he puts them in their trance, because he just has this charm. Orlok is just straight up evil. This movie is actually darker than any vampire movie you could think of. Like, this is darker because Orlok is straight up vile, villain, like evil. Like, even his look. What woman wanna fuck with this dude? Like it's very, he's very dark, and it shows his powers, how He could be somewhere else, and he brings death all around. He actually brings the Black Plague. He brings death all around. And just how they use it is great, because they showed how Dracula loses his powers and all that stuff, but in this one is more effective. It brings more fear into the eyes of the audience. And I also got to give it to Lily Rose, because Lily Rose, if you don't have her in this movie, the way she plays her character, this movie wouldn't work. She plays off how Count Orlok possesses her so crazy. Like, every time I see her like go through these like wild moments and these possession moments, I was just scared, man. I was freaked out. I was like, yo, if I was her husband, I would straight up like walk away, because she scared the shit out of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was scary at times because of the stuff that she was witnessing and how Orlok was possessing her. Like, this movie wasn't just a vampire movie. This was like, it felt like a haunting movie. It felt like a demon-possessed movie. It felt like all those movies in one. And that's what made this movie really well. I liked all the characters, in the film, but when it comes to main, I think Lily Rose and Bill Skarsgård are the ones that make this film come together really well. There were things I did not like about this movie. Yes, it does kind of drag. This is one of those slow burn movies. But when it hits that point when you have Orlok and Lily Rose going through their motions, that's what makes the movie, that's what brings out the film. But there are times that it does get a little bit slow. Another thing is, it's not really, I didn't like it. It's just more of, I'm so used to the original OG Orlok. He scares the shit out of me. You know what I'm saying? When you finally see what Orlok looks like, he's not as scary as the original Count Orlok, but he is creepy as shit. But I like the original Orlok's look better than I do in this movie. But that's pretty much the only thing. But other than that, this movie is really good. It's really eerie. It's really scary. You do cringe. You tighten up because you're just like, ugh, like you get cringy. I don't find it more of a, it is a horror, but I find it more creepy, more eerie, more unsettling than scary, if you know what I'm saying. It's fear in a different sense of when you watch Smile or you watch like Insidious, you know what I'm saying? It's a different type of fear. And if you like those type of movies, if you like a slow burn, like, character development, and then bring into the eerie creepiness of fear, you're gonna love this movie. If you're a vampire film or a fan of Bram Stoker's Dracula, you're gonna like this film. If you're not one of those type of people, you may not like this film, but I advise you do check this out because it was great. So what did I think about this movie? Did I love it? Did I hate it? Or is something in between? Well, I'm going to give it on the real for real. That's right, I give it on the real for real. Like I said, it was a good, eerie, scary movie. Bill Skarsgård did a great job. Lily Rose, she did an amazing job. The director, Robert Eggers, like, he did an amazing job directing it with the camera angles and how you brought Orlok's like presence. This movie was a very good time. So like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you thought about Nosferatu. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Or was something in between? Let me know. And in the comment section, let me know what's your favorite vampire movie. Or do you like the original Nosferatu? Let me know in the comment section below. And also make sure you subscribe. I'm really trying to get 500 subscribers this time. Help a boy out. I appreciate, and I appreciate all of you guys, because this is the last movie I'm going to watch of this year. Next is my top 10 movies of 2024 to the worst of my movies of 24. And I'll see you in the next video. And I'll see you when I see you. Peace.